Misfits, and welcome back to the world of Aurelia. You are listening to episode 38 of the current campaign. Hope you enjoy.
Like that, I don't know.
So, the last time we were all together,
sure.
the party had just finished its latest quest of saving these kidnapped children in the town of Bexhill, and in the aftermath they decided to go and celebrate at the local tavern brothel, the Raspy Cock. And well, they recognized a familiar face. Escher, the vampire from the train arc way back when, is seated at a table. He's got his arm around a guy and a girl, and he sees you guys, and he just goes, "Oh, fuck. Listen, I know we, things ended a bit violently. We were sort of on bad terms. But see, you got to kill me, so I feel like you really worked through that aggression and there's no need for things to, like, escalate again, right?"
Yeah, I can see it really stuck.
Well, you must not know much about, well, you know. Mm-hmm.
What are you doing here, Usher?
You want to finish that sentence there?
Look, I don't see why we need to bring, our species into this argument. I feel like that's...
I didn't say anything
You
about
brought
your
it up!
species.
Yeah, that's kind of...
I just asked what you were doing here.
Well, it's a funny story, actually. And at this time, his little construct companion, Piddlewick, you see him enter the room holding a tray of drinks, and he sees all of you, and he just turns around and walks out. And Escher just sort of looks at him, and he's like, "That little fucker." Well, I've actually been here for quite a while. I actually own this place now, as of, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as of, a week ago, actually.
The Raspy Cock, you mean? You own?
Yes, of course. Try to bring a little bit of culture into this interesting town.
It's an interesting bit of culture.
Yeah.
Is it all that interesting? I suppose it can be interesting.
Look, Asher, look.
Depends on what you're into.
Very true. Thank you.
Bicon to Bicon here?
I love it. I love it.
By rep, hell yeah.
I love it. I'm gonna say, Escher, do people know here?
How familiar are you with the general? How familiar are you with Bexhill?
I was here years ago. So whatever I knew of the town, I knew of. Yeah. So I'm not. I've been.
So
here.
I'm guessing no, right? People don't know.
No. Actually, I have a bit of an understanding with the town leader. Actually, he's sort of an interesting fellow too.
Would I know, like, history? Like, I've done work. Would I know who the town leader is?
Would I know?
We would have talked to him, right?
It's Wolfgang.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, duh.
Is he a werewolf? Would I know this? His name's Wolfgang.
Wolfgang the werewolf.
Please.
Roll a history check.
Is he something I would know, or is he newly elected?
He was not in charge when you were here.
As I suspected.
19?
Ooh.
There are rumors that he might be. There's nothing confirmed.
A werewolf named
So he's a
Wolfgang.
werewolf.
I cannot.
Amazing. I'm gonna kind of chuckle at that and go, that makes sense.
Escher, kind of signals at his guests, and they leave, which opens the table up for y'all to to sit down. And he motions for y'all to join him. Yes, I'm aware it's a bit of a sore subject, what I am for most, but everybody here is a consenting adult. We're all on equal footing. Nobody's being forced to do anything, and I'm not taking anything from anybody, so
Insight check.
go for it.
Yeah.
I rolled a 0.
That's impressive. I'm
Shit,
impressed.
that's my mod.
Thank you.
I don't think I've ever seen a 0 rolled.
I have.
22.
He seems
Oh, there we
truthful.
go. There
He
Okay.
seems to be pretty genuine. Listen, I've done the whole, like, slavery against your will thing. I'm just really just so over it, honestly. So, you know, we're trying something a bit different, a bit more fun, so.
Is this going better for you?
For me, yes, of course. First of all, when you guys dusted me, which was not very nice, by the way, it actually hurt quite a lot. Before, that would have been it, but now, you know, I seem to really have come into my own. I'm really just moving up in the world, and I'm still here, and, you know, I find that all of this business is a lot more fun when everybody's doing it willingly. I don't know if that, you know...
Makes sense.
Sure. Great.
Otherwise, it's a bit one-sided, which gets rather boring.
Yeah, because that's why you should have consent, because, you know, boredom. I don't say that.
Right. No, okay. We're all thinking it. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Consent is important.
All of a sudden, he's just the king of consent.
Yeah, like...
Was he ever given the option, though, before?
No, he was not.
Not that y'all know that,
Mm.
but you know that, but your character
Well,
don't know that.
I guess I say I'm gonna order a round of drinks. A bitch doesn't have money. I'm gonna get a drink for myself.
Wait. Oh, that's right.
Oh wait, no, I have money. I'm thinking of my other.
I was about to
I was
say...
like,
I'm gonna get a round of drinks
Yeah.
for
Listen,
I was
we're,
like,
we're
what are you
fucking
talking about? It's
loaded,
dying.
dude.
I'm
Did
thinking.
you just
I'm
get,
still
like,
like thinking
6,000
about how I
gold?
have literally no money in the other campaign. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm
Escher-
gonna order a round for everyone.
Escher just sort of
Oh,
snaps at one of the waiters, and they bring a tray over. On the house, just please don't kill me. Again, well, can you
Fair enough.
kill me
Oh,
if
no
I'm
worries.
not really alive? Well, we'll worry about it later.
I'll think about it.
I mean, it would hurt, right?
Well, yes.
It's a very
Lots of
It
interesting
wouldn't
things
kill you,
hurt.
but it would hurt.
Lots of things hurt. Some good, some bad.
That's true.
Why
I just
are
got
you
bit by a
all
hippo.
in town?
Same.
Why are you all here?
That is a very
We were.
long story.
We were
You know that
stopped.
whole, like-
There's a lot of stuff happening, but we were flagged down and asked to help with the missing children.
You know
did
the whole,
they
like,
settle
carnival
that whole
situation
thing?
that was
Did you
happening?
work that out? Because, you know, I wasn't gonna
Yeah.
touch that with
Yeah,
him.
crazy
whole...
demon clown taking kids to
I don't, you
another
know, it wasn't
dimension
much
was
fun.
weird.
I noticed the
kinda
hag on the
strange.
street, not really my cup of tea.
Also, the clown ate the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like clowns.
You say the clown
I
ate
still
the
don't
kids,
like
and he's
clowns.
just like, eh. But they're fine now. Everybody's fine. It's a happy time. I mean, you're here, so I assume.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless this is how you mourn the loss of people, you go to a brothel. I suppose plenty of people do that. Actually,
It could be.
that's true.
Could be. What about it?
Coping mechanism, right? Everyone's different.
Not exactly the healthiest coping mechanism, but it could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
I
Maybe
don't
like
know.
I got
10%
dark real
orders another
quick.
drink.
So I don't think Ash realized that this was a brothel when we mentioned it earlier. I think he just thought it was a really rowdy bar, and he's kind
Right.
of uncomfortable by the fact that there's like semi-naked people, like just
Escher-
everywhere.
Escher looks visibly intrigued and amused by your being uncomfortable. It's like, oh, sweetheart, is this your first time? Did you really
I'm liking
see
the
the
same
I don't know
sign?
why that's your business.
Did you really see the sign, raspy cock, and not think that some lewd acts happen here?
I thought it was a rooster.
Because, raspy can mean voice.
Please. Not this.
I'm pretty sure there's an actual penis on the sign. Did you miss that?
Wait, is
What?
there? Did you say that?
No, I don't know. I don't think I did.
There can't be one now.
Okay.
It's probably
You're
like artfully hidden within the font. But once you see it, you can't unsee
Or like
it.
the
you
the
know?
rooster kind of like
Got it.
it's kind of like the hidden dicks at Disneyland or Disney
Yeah,
World.
it's like a hidden Mickey.
Wait.
You know, not.
For real? Those are a thing?
Yeah.
Mhm.
This
Yeah,
is-
there are hidden penises at Disney World
Mm-hmm.
There's hidden
everywhere.
everywhere.
I love it so much more now. Okay. Because I knew there were hidden Mickeys. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that was Emily talking through Ash. Like, I legit thought it was like a rooster, and it was like, I did not realize that this was going to be a brothel when we walked into it.
It's
I
okay.
can't help you there.
It's fine. Ash would feel the same way.
Well,
Um,
Esther, how long have you been in Bexhill? You've owned the Raspy Cock for about a week. How long have you been here?
Let's see. You guys dusted me. It took me about a month to reform. Came straight here. I don't know. It's been a few weeks. I had some money, but I had to get settled a little bit and had to have a lengthy conversation with the mayor. That was a tense time, but we worked it out. So I've been here. The town seemed a bit dull, so it was nice to liven it up a little bit. This place, I believe, before was just a tavern. It was called
So I was about to ask.
I think it was called the Rusty Kettle. I've improved it by far.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. So we're good here. You're not going to kill me, right?
No.
I'm not playing.
Fine.
I think the only reason we killed you is just because you were, with the guards, and then you attacked one of the guards.
I mean, let's think about that situation logically. They were aware that I was a vampire because somebody told them, and does anybody ever just let a vampire walk out of custody? No, I don't think so. So they were not going to let me go. They were probably going to experiment on me and or kill me. So, I had to make a break for it. Seemed like I wasn't gonna outrun you, so I kind of just decided to take the hit and, build myself anew later.
Do I think that Casimir would have approved experimenting on Ash?
I was about to say, are vampire experimentations common?
Right. I don't know if
Well,
he's been sure if
This was in Ebenmeyer. The Order had captured him.
Oh,
Not
it was the order.
necessarily.
right.
Now,
I'm still curious. I'm probably still gonna ask.
you guys would probably not associate the Order with experimenting on things, but you also
Right.
don't get the impression that Escher is very familiar with the Order.
Yeah.
Mm.
I just think he's being.
But there's no point in me telling him. The order never would have. Like, the
But, like,
order
do-
is not the group that would have done that.
But do people in general experiment on vampires?
I didn't think so.
That's just not
Vampires
something that ever would have crossed my
Vampires
mind.
have existed for how long? I feel like we know everything we need to know about it. I mean,
Well,
this is-
clearly you don't know everything if you thought I was dead.
well, in a way, I guess we kind of helped you out then. We got you out of that situation.
Yes,
and
you really helped me. You really, really
Hey,
helped me by turning
you
me
know-
into
Look,
dust.
are you in custody?
You know what you should avoid? The order might not. The order would not have experimented on you, but there is definitely a group in this country that probably
Oh, that is
will.
true.
Oh yeah.
That is true.
So avoid green. Avoid anyone who's in any sort of green outfit.
Especially with a hood,
The
right?
entire color green.
Yes.
Just everything that's green.
Yes.
Just you see
know
green,
that this
get the fuck
continent
out.
is the one that, has all the green plants, and so there's
Yeah, I
way
know.
more
Yes,
green
I am.
dye, so most people here actually wear different shades of green.
Yep, you
So
should
it's
get out of
very
this
common.
continent. You should get out of this continent.
Okay, but the other continent is really dry and hot and sunny, and there's a bit more
Oh, that would be
shade
bad for
here,
you.
It's
and,
yeah, the dry is it's hard on the skin,
and
right?
Bexhill's nice and foggy just about every day.
Just
It's
avoid the government. Avoid any government groups.
Yeah.
I always avoid the government.
Okay, we're
You
just
said.
Solid.
we assumed, but like
Right
the
on.
queen, I like
Down
whisper.
with capitalism.
I like whisper. I'm like
Hear, hear.
queen is bad news.
Well, I keep to myself, and I don't really do the whole. I don't know. Look, there's a reason. Well, actually, I couldn't have helped those kids even if I wanted to. That old hag. Well, she knew what I was. She wasn't gonna let me into that funhouse. Not that I would have gone in, but
No, Benji, I freaking love Asher so much.
Right?
Not only bi-man representation, but also anti-capitalist. Hell
Big fan.
yes.
Oh man. Okay, I'll avoid the green, I suppose. And he looks over at you, Karak, and he's like, "I am sorry about biting the other horned fellow. A relative of yours, yes?
Yes, that is my brother,
I
my
didn't-
twin.
Yeah, I see the. I mean, aside from the, I see the resemblance. But no offense.
No, none taken. We're identical. It's definitely not a all cows look the same kind of deal.
All right.
I forgot
Anyway,
yours.
it was a bad situation. I needed a little bit of a boost, and he was there. He's not gonna turn. It's a whole
can take it.
process to do that. I'm sure he's fine. Anyway, did you guys just come here for drinks, or you coming for more things?
I'm gonna say, well, I think we've clarified that I thought I was coming here just for drinks.
All right, just drinks for the virgin. That's fine. Anybody else?
Ash looks like really offended.
He called me a burn. Just drinks for me as well. Thank you.
You're so boring. That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
I just kind of like square my shoulders. I'm like, I don't think so.
Eventually, Piddlewake does come back out and join you at the table.
Been away. Poor thing. He's been through it.
Mhm.
He still creeps me out.
Where did your well, I have a question. Where did your construct go when you were dusted? What happened to him?
Oh, he ran off and collected my things.
Oh.
He's very resourceful when he needs to be. A bit of a piece of shit most of the time, but grabbed my coffin.
Amazing. Cracked your coffin.
Grabbed my coffin.
Oh, I thought you said cracked. I was like, how's sleeping then?
No. Well, anyway, I'm glad we've just buried the hatchet. Really would have hated to have to leave. So, where are you off to next?
That is a very good question.
Were we
We
headed
were
to
headed.
Tylock?
You were headed to Kylock, yeah.
Mhm.
Should we tell him? I mean, I guess he's fine. Yeah. Yeah. We're headed to Tylock, which is
I like Escher.
I think the fact that he's anti-capitalist, I'm like, I think he's chill.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually like a little east of here.
Never heard of it. Have fun.
I would not expect you to. It's a small town.
Oh,
Farming
right, and there's like a war going on or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also that.
I've had news. It's like a new
Okay.
thing, right?
Relatively new. Yeah.
Jinx.
Well, you seem like the sort to be all tied up in that business.
Yeah,
Wow.
if you
How'd you guess?
if anyone asks, you didn't see us here.
You groups all look the same. You're all brightly colored. You're all like fitting some sort of niche ability. And then you always just rush into a town, kill everything, and move on.
This is the most meta thing ever.
We try to save the town, not kill everyone in it.
Whatever. Where I come from, normally lots of things are dying, so lots of death.
Stride!
I was about to say,
Wonder why.
Oh, that's right. Oh, no, we did establish this. Okay, yeah.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
I think we'll need it.
Yeah.
Sips my drink.
Do you need rooms for the night, or
In this establishment?
Sure.
I mean, you don't have
Where is our
to take a.
If he's offering.
You don't have to take a woman or man up to your room.
I'm like just observing, how thin are the walls?
You're observant. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Where even is our ship?
Ash is
Like,
like,
That
I'm tired,
is-
y'all.
You'll
Oh, I
take a
get
small
advantage.
ship down.
that's right.
They'll
Yeah.
take you
That's a
back up to, like,
17.
17? 17, it looks like Escher has spared no expense on making this the lushest, most awesome place. The walls look thick and padded.
Oh, so you won't just be hearing other people have sex all night.
No sounds getting through
It's
these
very on
walls.
brand.
Oh. Then honestly, I wouldn't
Dummy
mind staying
thick.
here. Especially if he gives us a discount. Because we didn't kill him.
I like that kind of
I
discount.
mean, you technically did. Like, you killed him, but didn't kill him.
Oh, we didn't kill him again.
Not this time.
We didn't kill him. Well, we didn't kill you the second time, so we should get the discount. I believe
We
that's
had-
just called a threat.
We had no reason to kill him this time.
Look, we both agreed, both parties agreed that we were cool now. So
Not,
Yeah, no,
not
I'd be
push the
fine staying
envelope.
here.
yeah, this is fine.
I didn't actually say any of that out loud.
I
didn't
know.
care.
Aww.
Above table conversations. Yeah, he'll arrange for y'all to have rooms. So y'all can stay at the
Cool.
Raspy
Thank you,
Cock.
Thank you.
And the rooms are nice. They're nice. The beds are very comfortable. You know, it's a nice
I would
place.
expect nothing less from
It's an
us.
Give them
Absolutely.
a great Yelp review.
Yeah, it's an upscale brothel. It's a nice
5
place.
stars on Yelp.
Yep.
All right. So you guys can complete a long rest unless there's anything else you want to do for the evening.
No.
When I settle down for the night is when I'll send my message to Lox, and it kind of says, "Hey, we saved some kids, doing okay. Got bit by a hippo, but I'm all right.
Fucking
I love that you got bit by a hippo.
We're on our way to Tylock, like that kind of general vibe."
Oh, actually, while y'all are sleeping, Elzaris.
No!
I knew it.
Yes!
It's been too long, man. We gotta.
I know!
She was fine with that.
She was fine with that. Well, I wasn't.
Amazing.
Hang on. So, Elzaris, as you drift off to sleep, you find yourself back in that dark tower of rock and stone. You see the same endless floors stretching above you, filled with doors. On the ground level that you are on, there are just 2 doors now. The door that resembled your home is gone. The 2 that remain are the one that looks like the door to the reliquary, and the one that looks like the door to the Order of the Platinum Shield.
All right, let's go. Oops.
Let's go, Oops. You walk through the door and find yourself in Oops's headquarters in Axrath. Guards seat you in the center of the room, and surrounding you is sort of like we'll just say sort of like a small audience of people. Commander Galagal is there at the center, and beside him are Vice Admiral Quest and Lieutenant Rush. Galagal speaks up first. Well, what do you have to say for your actions?
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? You stole a priceless item from the Order, and then you just ran off with it. Did you think you could fence such a thing?
Yeah.
Who would you have sold it
Yeah.
to? What was the point?
It was shiny, and I wanted it. So I took it.
This organization gives you support and a salary, and you stole from us. You don't even realize what you could have taken.
I'm sorry. That's all I can say. I'm sorry.
In the aftermath of your escape and crime was nothing short of messy.
Oops.
Other organizations would see you imprisoned or even hanged for this treasonous act. But the Order of the Platinum Shield is an order of mercy. You are henceforth exiled from the city of Axrath until you have completed a number of good acts to make up for this naive and childish mistake.
All right. Fair.
You will be escorted to the city gates immediately.
Okay.
And he just shakes his head. And the others just sort of watch on. And as the guards come to take you away, the memory around you fades away once again, leaving a large ebony door before you that opens for you.
I guess I go through the door.
Ravens swarm around you before flying off and seemingly forming into the same impossibly tall woman that greeted you the last time you were in such a dream. She cocks her white masked head to the side. There is promise in you yet, child. Strength of will and heart now blooms amidst the doubt and fear you so often harbor. Do not fear the truth. Do not fear owning up to your mistakes. You will never reach your future if you cannot fully accept your past. But there is something else, and she starts to sort of walk around you in a circle, inspecting you. A lingering aura about you. I sense you have encountered an old presence recently. A fallen god? Tell me, child, does he persist with his foolish plans?
I think so.
I know not whether he is brave or still just a fool. What
Only
does
time will
he-
tell.
True. Does he ask much of you and your companions you so enjoy the company of?
I mean, maybe. We can't tell.
If he is yet to give up, perhaps there is hope for this world yet. I shall think on this. Until next time. And you wake up. And it's morning. Morning
That's
with the
fun.
raspy cock.
Long
Good
rest.
morning.
Long rest,
Good
baby.
morning. Hello? Of course I care about you guys. Hello? Yeah, maybe I was looking for community service hours before and I picked up, you know, I'm not going to say no to an opportunity.
Look, community service isn't bad.
No. It could've
What if
been
I
so
kind
much
of fell in love with you guys? I don't know, maybe.
worse. Fell in love with all of us.
Maybe.
Have you been keeping a list, Caroline?
Definitely not.
No, but I think it was 50. I think I needed 50.
I can't remember if it was 50
Like
or
50 good
100,
deeds?
but it was something like that.
Yeah, it was a lot of good deeds.
Jesus.
I don't know. We have done a lot.
Yeah, we have.
But I think you have to submit a list, correct?
So it's
I
like a homework
think,
assignment, actually.
God, what's his name? Captain... The leader in Ebenmeyer, I think he told you that you should keep a list. What's his name?
Yeah,
It's the leader of the Oops branch in Ebenmeyer.
yeah. The drow?
Well,
Yeah, he's a drow fellow.
guess I'll start one now.
Dear diary, today we saved
Yeah.
some kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Google Docs.
We also
Captain
didn't kill the
Molten
vampire we found.
Evergar. That's his name.
Ah, that's him. Yep.
Oh man, I probably would have had 50 by now.
I know.
Well, I mean, technically, you'll
You can
sort of
make
have
it-
this weird understanding with Casimir, so it's like up in the air whether you're
Right. Whether that'll work itself
really
out.
still not
That's
welcome in
true.
Axrath or not. So
Hmm.
it's a bit wishy-washy.
Could I just tell them our stories? I don't know.
You can make this
Maybe-
super itemized. Like, I
Yeah,
gave
make it
someone a
super
compliment
itemized.
today.
Get MJ to write a song. and come back with you.
Or
Yeah.
like, you know, when y'all save like a group of people, you list saving each
All of them?
individual person.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Like
that.
the,
I'm
what,
doing
12
that.
kids that we just saved? Hey, that's 12 good kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
There's
go.
8 kids.
Eight kids, sorry.
kids.
I saved 40 kids today.
I can just picture you now, like, going up to Cass and being like, hey, we put in a good word. Will you, like, give me a royal pardon or something?
Yeah, go like federal
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
Clemency.
Maybe I'll think. I saved kid 1. I saved kid 2.
Amanda, I'm texting you a message.
Okay.
Just expect it. Give me a second.
And that. Ooh,
Well, I
If
guess I
it's
could say I
about
helped save.
What I think it's about, then
Yes.
you don't notice anything.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
I'll let you know.
Okay, cool. Okay.
It's about hippo bite.
oh.
So it's
Fuck
morning
that.
at the Raspy Cock, and I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't seem like anybody else is awake.
Gee, I wonder why.
Really, doesn't seem like a place that really works in the morning or functions in the morning. But
That's fair.
Wonder why.
there's like a barkeep that's up, but it's an interesting place because though it is morning, you know that it's morning. Going down, you didn't really notice at night, but going down to the main room in the morning, there are thick, heavy curtains that cover all the windows. So it's still fully illuminated by candle light and torchlight and stuff like that. There's no sunlight that gets through.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Look at that. Good source.
Also gives it that like Vegas casino sort of
For
Right?
ambivalency of
Absolutely.
time.
100%. If y'all come back to Bexhill in like 50 years, it's gonna be totally just Las Vegas.
Oh my god.
I wasn't thinking exactly. I was thinking more how like you can't tell what time it is.
Look, if you leave it to Esther, you know,
But you know, I wouldn't be
man's got
shocked.
aspirations.
He wants it to not be boring, and Vegas is not boring.
No, it is not.
No.
Anything
So I
you
need
wanna
some
do?
breakfast if
Okay,
we are gonna
I'll
go
get
do
some
stuff
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Yeah, barkeep gets to gets y'all's orders for breakfast. It's like, yeah, I've been told that all of your stuff is just on the house, so
Cool. Give me 2 of everything.
he looks at you. He's like, all right, hungry girl, sure. And
Cool. I'll eat it all.
shouts at the staff in the kitchen to get to work on y'all's food.
Oh, is Tanari like the one girl that's like whose metabolism is like off the chain?
I kind of feel like she is.
Like my metabolism.
I was about to
I
say,
kinda feel like
as
she's
you were
the
listening talking, I was like Emily.
Like real life Emily.
Real life Emily.
Yeah, and eventually, warm food is brought out to all of you.
Yay.
You can eat a hearty meal. At some
Yes.
point, I'm sure Escher will come down in some sort of
Robe.
luxurious silken robe to
Knew it. Fucking
bid
knew it.
you farewell.
I want one of those.
Yeah.
I like your robe, Escher. That's 11.
Oh, well, thank you. Next time if you actually do business here, I'll give you one on the house.
Wait, what kind of business?
Poggers.
What kind of business do you think?
What kind of
Yeah.
business?
I
I
mean, he
mean,
just sort of looks at you and he's like, use your imagination.
all right, I'll put that in my back pocket for a robe. I don't know.
Worth it.
As nice as that.
Pussy.
You get the sense that he could be entirely joking, but he also could be serious. He's a coy fellow.
I feel like he'd be amused enough by her actually going through with it that he'd do it.
For sure. 100%.
Ash very quietly sends a message to Val and is like, "Hey Val, if you ever need to have some sexing up, I got the place, and you got to keep the rope."
To Val?
I'm joking. That's fully a joke.
No. Val would be like, "Hey, dude, haven't heard from you in a while. Weird to suggest a sex spot, but thanks, man. See you later, Ashley."
Total joke.
I want that robe.
Are you gonna try to steal one on our way out?
No, I'm doing good deeds.
I was about to say, Elzaris just had a very long dream, like telling her about her theft in the past.
I don't know.
It's
She's got
like,
really good stealth. She could probably get away with
let's
this.
do
You never learn.
Hey, you could actually like chalk that up to a good deed. Provided patronage to local small business.
Yeah, there you go. Just leave
No.
some money like on the counter.
I'm not gonna say what kind of
complimented him.
business it was or what the fuck we were doing,
Somewhere
but
else in the world,
Yeah.
Commander Galagal wakes up in a cold sweat being like, we should have been more specific with those terms. The wordage was too vague.
So could each person be a good deed? I don't know. I'll have to think about this one.
Yeah, maybe doing the deed can be.
That's a good enough good deed.
Oh my god.
I'm not above this.
Ugh.
I'm not above it.
I actually love it. Oh,
I'll
God.
do whatever I have to take. Whatever it takes. Well, I will do whatever I have to take to learn my lesson that way.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That
I miss
phrase-
y'all. Yeah.
whatever I have to take. Wow, Jesus.
I'm going to put that one down in the books.
At some point, Escher will just be like, well, it was a pleasure to meet you all again. Don't take offense to this, but I hope we don't run into each other again.
No offense taken.
Have
Seems like
a
fun.
good time doing the, whatever, hero thing, and, yep,
We'll try.
happy flying, I suppose.
Yeah. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Happy
Thank
fucking.
Oh, yes. And he tightens his robe and goes back upstairs.
Amazing.
Smoochy Smoochy 69.
Smoochy Smoochy 69. That's all I'm saying.
Period.
Outside,
Anyway.
outside there is a guard with a very small ship waiting to take you back up to the market. And Wolfgang is there to bid you farewell as well. Thank you again for your heroic retrieval of our lost children. We're very grateful.
Anytime.
Please, personally, let Elzaris know if there are any other good deeds that need to be done. I will be your girl.
He sort of looks at you. It's like, I appreciate that. Yes, of course. Well, we can have you taken back to your ships. Seemed like a collection of ships. We are ready for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they
Sounds
take you back up
perfect.
to the market. Lonnie is waiting for you guys, and you can resume your travel
Yeah.
to Tylock. And why don't we go ahead and take a break?
Yay.
Woo. Zucchini.
I love zucchini.
So,
Hope you like plants.
you guys are now back up on the market, and it's gonna take probably about a week left to get to Tylock. I assume I don't know. I assume that some of y'all are studying the same things or meditating on the same things, or
I am.
yeah, I'm sure.
Go show.
Sure, Ash is deep in his studies. Tonari, why don't you give me a wisdom check?
Woohoo! Okay.
Which I believe you get advantage on.
Check. You said
Yes.
I have it on. Yeah. That is a 16.
A 16.
Yay, advantage.
This particular time you get one memory, and it is of Konari knelt down in the snow, cradling Reyna's body. You recognize the scene. This is where y'all found her when you first came across Reyna. She's on that sort of bank off of where that ice fortress was. And he seems pretty shaken up about it.
Is this before or after we took down the ice fortress? Like, is the ice fortress still there in the memory?
It's not there. It's already gone, so this is after y'all
Okay.
left.
Continue.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, continue.
He's holding her. And he's upset. You hear footsteps approach and a familiar voice. Such a pity. And here I thought she would be able to complete her quest. He sort of looks around at the damage and looks off at the lake. Seems we were a bit late for this one. Never mind. It will still get to where it needs to go. Though I do believe there were some people that managed to escape this scene before our dear Reyna could help them meet their fate. We'll have to catch up to them later. And Code doesn't really answer, he just sort of still sits there holding her. There's a pause before Siljan, sorry, Molly is all up on me. Before Siljan says, I know, she's very upset. She's very upset over the dead Reyna that died a long, long time ago. But Siljan says, what, are you getting sentimental now? You know what you're supposed to do. Let's burn the body and get on with it. If we leave now, we'll get there just in time for all the fun. And he walks off, and Konori holds her for a moment, then reaches into a pocket on her clothing that y'all missed when you searched her before you left, and pulls out a pendant, a jade star in a purple circle that was hidden on her person. He steps up, stands up, and backs away a little bit before sending a chromatic orb of fire at her body, and then walks away, and that memory ends. Hi, Molly.
Oof.
Was that upsetting, Molly? Seemed pretty upsetting.
He does not seem upset.
Molly, do you want to
Can I study those notes again?
You can study those notes again. Molly, sweetheart, you can't eat my hand.
What do I need to roll again?
Roll intelligence or arcana.
A 20.
A 20. Okay. You've been poring over his writings for a while now. And you're starting to understand how it should all fit together. You understand how the components work together, what you would need to do to cast it, but you know that you are not yet strong enough as a mage to cast it. The part that still needs a bit working out is the component side of things. You know that this spell, whenever you are strong enough to cast it, would require a piece of crystal, a piece of the crystal of anachrony. And you suspect that the size of the crystal is what helps determine how much time you can mess around with. He had a pretty large piece, and he went back a little over a day. So, depending on what you wanted to use this spell for, it may require more or less crystal.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad I finally rolled good looking at those notes because I literally have not rolled well yet.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is anybody else doing anything for their, we'll say, the first half of this last week?
I will at some point actually send a message to Val and check in and be like, hey, just heads up, we are in Amarine again, blah, 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 you know, like just give him a little check-in.
Yeah. He'll probably say something to the effect of, like, stay safe, things are probably just gonna keep getting rougher out there. He might even mention, he'll probably mention that, Lilith has been absent from Northbridge for a time.
Well, we've known that.
But he doesn't know that you know that.
Oh, man.
Ash.
Mm-hmm.
About we'll say a couple nights in, you wake up in a cold sweat.
Mm.
There is... You feel off.
Hippo!
You feel a wave of nausea come over you. You're sweating.
I'm gonna wake up whoever I'm sharing a room with.
Okay. I think all the guys are in. I think all the guys are in the same room. So you would wake up Karak and Chad.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I guess I'd say I feel like shit.
Karak, when Ash wakes you up, I'll say it this way. you are woken up by some human hippo hybrid.
What the? What?
Did he understand me though?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good question.
You're in your hybrid form.
I feel like shit.
You look like shit. What the fuck?
What do you? I mean, yeah, I'm sweating. I feel really nauseous. I know I look like shit.
You're more than just sweating. All right, let me see what I can do.
Those failed saves are not going so well for you.
Those con saves, man.
Those con saves.
Do you want me to fix this because I can?
Can you?
I mean, I'm assuming that greater restoration could help.
We can try it. What
wish I could
exactly
help.
is wrong? Have you told me that I'm like half hippo yet?
No.
No,
What exactly is wrong?
probably not going to.
You feel sick and you wake up your friend and he's just like, I could fix this.
This whole
thing.
situation that you have going on.
Bigler, this is I'm sending you just a little bit of stuff about your
Okay.
Let me check my.
Molly, do you want to go up?
What are we gonna unprepare? Well, unprepare prayer of healing.
I'm so glad somebody failed that concept.
It has to be asked, though. It has
So
to be.
funny.
Okay, but y'all, the hippo's kind of actually dope.
Do you want to stay a were hippo?
I think it'd be funny.
Where hippo?
I don't know. I can like shift back and forth though, right, Amanda?
I mean, if you're a changeling.
Can you shift at will? Because like running over Sylvan as a hippo would be dope.
Dude.
Um,
Stampede.
I haven't even been told I'm a hippo yet, though, right?
Yo, Ash basically has turned into a thickie, is what I'm hearing.
Nicky!
like
Nicky
him.
Legend!
Yes.
I like him.
I like
Talking.
it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
I mean, so what it says, I'm going to share this with the group, Amanda.
Go for it.
It says that I gain a strength of 19
Jesus.
and add +1 bonus to AC while in hippo or hybrid form. And then I have a bite attack, but I don't think I'll ever use that because I don't want to give him or anyone else where hippo lycanthropy. And then I can do a charge if I move 15 feet straight toward a target and then hit it with my tusks on the same turn. The target takes an extra 2d6 slashing damage. I don't know. I think it'd be really funny to have to explain to my sister.
Oh god.
Why
What
is
the
so
fuck
many
happened to
women?
you?
Mad.
Fox
She's
is gonna
gonna
kill
be
you.
livid.
And that's kind of the real reason that I'm like, I'm okay if you don't heal me.
Well, you still know, right?
I haven't been told I'm a hippo yet.
So, you feel like shit, right?
Yeah,
Do you want me to tell you what you look like?
I guess. Yeah.
You remember when we were in that weird ass carnival from hell?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that wasn't that long ago. I got a good memory.
Yeah, you look like a hippo.
Oh.
Like a weird, like...
Part human, part hippo.
Part human, part hippo. Like some furry shit.
Ooh.
What?
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Oof.
But I'm not gonna say anything. I'll be kind.
You're not in the room.
Yeah, no, we're.
Yeah, you're asleep.
Oh yeah.
We're unaware of this
You
going on.
Say
Oh
whatever
god,
you want.
Andre would have died at
Well-
this, y'all. Oh my god.
Oh,
If all
man.
that says is for him to miss.
So the offer stands. I can fix. I think I can fix this. If you would
I
like
guess
it.
let's give it a try. Let's give it a try.
Okay.
Fixing it
Um,
or not fixing
Yeah,
it?
fixing it. Fixing it.
Okay.
Sure?
I'm a
We'll give it a try.
Are you
Will
sure?
it work, Amanda?
Greater restoration?
I thought if you'd already changed, it didn't work. I could be remembering that wrong.
Benji, would you like to read the description of greater restoration for us, please?
Yes.
Yes, please.
You imbue a creature you touch with positive energy to undo a debilitating effect. You can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1 or end one of the following effects on the target. One effect that charmed or petrified the target, one curse, including the target's attunement to a cursed magic item, any reduction to one of the target's ability scores, or one effect reducing the target's hit point maximum.
And Karok, I would say it looks like this is some sort of curse or disease.
Oh, so this counts as that. Okay.
So I can, if you want, I can fix it.
Oh, man. This is such a big decision.
Not a
Do I
decision
stay
thought-
as a weird
You don't
furry
have to
hippo?
make it today.
I'm gonna try and turn back into not being a partial hippo.
Okay. Ash, just roll a d20 for me.
Oh god.
No!
I might turn into a full hippo. 10 straight.
Straight 10. You sit there. You think real hard. You concentrate.
Hmm.
You're having trouble shifting back. Something about this seems a little different than your regular
Oh, God.
changing abilities. And
Mm.
like you kind of like Karak, as you're watching, it's almost like watching a Polyjuice potion take effect or something. It's like his face is morphing in like mid shift, and then you just don't quite nail it, at least not this time.
Hmm.
Is that gonna affect how you're able to shift, like, every time you try to shift from now on?
I don't know.
You want to try
Can I
it?
try again?
I
I know the DC might be higher, but
again, right in this moment. Just try to change back into looking normal.
yeah.
Roll a d20.
8, even worse. So probably no.
Yeah. You're like, whatever this is, it's gonna take some time to figure this out.
Hmm. Well, I can't force myself to change back right now. So
I'll let you think about it. The offer stands.
Ash is just gonna say yes. Ash is gonna say yes.
Say yes to the dress.
Because Emily thinks that it would be really fun, but Ash would not think this is really fun.
He'll be like, "Oh shit, Lox is gonna kill me."
That's exactly what's running through his head.
All right.
Ash is
Not like, oh shit, I'm gonna look like a hippo. Like, oh shit.
Ash is
my
like,
sister.
this may be worse than me dying.
All right. So, I am going to cast Greater Restoration on.
Cast greater
Ash.
restoration on Ash.
I'm
And
gonna go ahead and remove the 100 gold because
oof,
just gonna.
Oh,
I think I had
sorry.
fancy.
diamond dust, but
I definitely have diamonds, so you've got the means for it for casting the spell.
Diamond dust.
Yeah, and his spell emanates through you. You feel sort of a warmth and a nourishment, and you reach up and your face feels normal and not hippo-like.
I'm back.
You look like
I
a
don't feel
ball.
sick anymore. And I'm not a hippo.
you don't look like shit anymore.
Thanks. Lox would have killed me, like legitimately.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah, she would have.
wow.
Just our little secret.
Yeah. We're gonna swear Chad to secrecy on this.
Yeah, right.
This does not leave this room.
Yeah.
Chad's like, what hippo?
Exactly. There you go.
What happens at Fight Club stays at Fight Club.
Oh man, amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness gracious. All right, y'all are sort of entering the latter half of this week, approaching Tylock. Tanari, why don't you give me another wisdom?
Okay. I'm gonna also say that like the closer we get to Tylock, the more like visibly nervous she gets.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a 17.
17. Okay. Molly. No, not during this one. Come on. No. This memory
Oh god.
is a bit of a mess at the start. The scene is chaotic. Ko's on a small airship at night. Siljan is there. There's maybe a small troop of Enclave members that are aboard this ship with them. You hear shouting, there are spells being cast. Yondar seems focused on something else. But before Ko really gets a good look at what's happening, a light starts obscuring his sight from the side. He turns in time to see a ball of flame hurtling towards him.
Yeah,
There's an intense heat before everything goes dark. But this memory continues. Ko opens his eyes and finds that he is drifting in a void. A thread of light stems from his chest, but it's not connected to anything. The end of the thread looks cut and it's dimming, severed. He can see in the distance the other end, what his thread must have been attached to. A bright thread trailing off into the void before branching into other threads that stretch beyond the reaches of his sight. He sees how bright the other strands are, smiles, and closes his eyes. Then a powerful feeling enters his head. A singular thought. The mission isn't over. His eyes snap open and he grabs that bright thread of light and ties it to his dimming, severed strand. And in an instant, he finds himself gasping for breath. He's cold, covered in some sort of viscous fluid. He's inside something like a large pot or urn, but it's too dark to really see. He crawls out, stumbling onto a cold, wet floor of a dark room, dimly lit with green torchlight. his eyes start to adjust, and he notices that he is in a room filled with large clay pots and cylindrical glass containers. The glass cases are cloudy, but there's something inside each one, something humanoid in shape. He walks toward one of the cylinders and reaches out to clean off the foggy glass to get a better look. The little deacon has returned. A cold voice stops his movements, and he turns to see Azariah Feydark standing behind him. And this is perhaps the first time in any memory that you have witnessed where you get a good look at Feydark. They are tall, slender, elven, with dark, long hair that's kind of halfway pulled back away from their face. They've got cheekbones that you could cut yourself with. And there's something almost androgynous about their appearance. They have broad shoulders and sort of a flatter chest, but there's something somewhat feminine about their facial features. They're dressed in dark, greenish robes with hints of red and crimson. The Crown appreciates your continued dedication to the mission. And she thrusts her hand out and grips his forehead, and the memory ends abruptly.
Lots to process in that one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's one that I would, particularly the last half, would tell the party about, like, immediately.
Yeah. Yep. So you share that one with the party.
Particularly, like, when he wakes up and he sees, like, the pots and the,
Bars.
like, I would absolutely be telling the party about that, because that's some shit.
Any of the spellcasters can make an Arcana check.
Make a what?
An Arcana check.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. It's probably gonna be shit, but we're gonna do that. Yeah, it's an 8.
20 plus 7.
I got a
7.
Yeah.
Did you say nat 20?
Yes. 20 plus 7.
Fuck, man.
Damn.
Yo.
I got a 17, but that's a lot less than 27.
Oof. The description of these containers and cylinders that these shapes are in, you have read and heard talk of some spells that would require such containers. There is a spell that some very, very powerful mages have dabbled with that involves cloning an individual.
Mm-hmm.
In order to successfully do that, a part, a piece, a certain amount of flesh has to be taken from the subject, and a vessel, a sealed vessel, is needed.
Yep,
it
the
takes
fingers.
some time, but it's normally I don't know. The type of vessel can vary. It's normally like a giant sort of clay pot or urn, or some sort of glass cylinder.
I will convey all of that to the party. It's the fingers.
And that was the Raina that we saw. Well, then what about... That still confuses me, though, because if Konari and Raina, like, came back, they were clones, but they still had, like, memories and stuff of...
Well, it was just like the ice snowy ones that didn't have the fingers, right?
I'll say, Ash, with your nat 20, you know that this spell is not just to make a replica of the physical body. The clone is normally physically identical to the original, and it also normally has the same personality and memories and abilities of the original. All that's required is a willing soul.
Willing soul.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he was willing. He just didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
It was consent, but it wasn't informed. That's what that was. Oh, no. God. I don't know. You think it can't get worse.
It can always get worse.
Always.
For sure.
It's just getting worse and worse and worse. That is very troubling. What are we going to tell your family about
I don't
him?
know.
We talked about this. I mean,
No.
I know we briefly talked about...
We just said I'm probably gonna have a hard time hiding any of it from them.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
We have his ashes, though, right?
Yeah.
From Winnie. So at least they have that. Okay. Thanks for telling us.
I will also say, with y'all, Ash, you sharing this knowledge of the spell, because it's been several weeks since this session where this came up, y'all do recall reading something at Ipsport Manor, some correspondence.
Yes, that's right.
And the correspondence talked a bit about components. It seemed to be weighing the pros and cons of simulacrums, which are a different type of copy that y'all sort of talked about, versus something else. And whoever this person that Mordai was talking to said that I believe the prime subjects' souls can be reliably convinced to return to their new vessels.
Ko might not be
Yeah.
dead.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
Yeah. I mean,
Because then he'd just be back with them.
well, how does that work, though? If
Can they
he's...
will a soul to come back, like if they had previous control of it?
Right,
Mhm.
yeah.
They would force it back into the clone.
So yeah, not informed consent. Yeah. Because he
Who
was
knew
so
the
cool.
theme of tonight would be consent?
I know.
It really is, though.
Wow.
It's a great theme.
It really is, though.
Great thing.
Look,
A
consent is great.
thing.
But yeah, he was so cool with like going and then
Yeah.
ugh.
So I don't think it even is might not be dead. I don't think he is dead.
No,
I'm going to
I feel like
put
that's worse.
this note in the
In the chat.
chat.
Thanks, Beep. Oh yeah, that's right.
Copy and paste into mine. I'm sure I have this in my notes.
So that's so he was probably talking to Azariah then, or Siljan.
This was
Yeah.
this particular whoever wrote this was somebody writing to Mordai.
To-
Two more die.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe this was.
Hmm.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't Azariah or Soldrin. Okay, well that's not. Okay. Well.
I would love to try to keep this bit from my family.
Yeah.
If all possible.
Yeah.
What?
I'll be rolling some deception if I need to. Like, we're not
And
gonna do
before
that.
we get there and Ko's there.
Dude, right? Like, well, okay, here's the thing. Like,
There's a good chance he'll be in the woods, though, out of character. There's a good
Oh.
chance it's gonna happen.
no, for sure.
Mm.
I mean, God, I sound so awful saying this, but we get to see Ko again, most likely, and maybe this time we can keep him.
My brain just went, maybe this time we'll win.
I thought you were gonna do like I thought you were doing like a laughing through tears kind of
Nope.
thing, and I was like,
Nope, that was my brain being stupid and me laughing about it. Yeah, that's what that was.
Amazing.
Amazing. Okay.
But you know, the sentiment is accurate.
Mm.
Ugh,
We'll run into him again, I'm sure.
great. Better to be prepared for that now, though. So,
Yeah.
Mm.
And we'll we'll keep him alive this time.
we'll see about that. Sounds like I kind of killed him before, so.
I wouldn't say that.
That looks pretty likely. With the fireball, you know. It's fine.
It's fine.
You're talking out of character. You're talking about you killed him with fireball
In the
another
memory,
life.
yeah.
In the memory. LMAO. Maybe.
That seems
It's
like something
fine.
Amanda would write.
It's fine. He came back and he'll come back again. It's Ko has died, Ko has risen, Ko will come again, you know?
It's Coach Jesus.
How long does it take? Does it take 3 days?
Sorry. In church this
Oh my
morning,
God.
you know, we're saying Christ is died, Christ is alive.
Christ has died. Christ is risen. Christ will come again.
Plot twist, Co's Jesus.
Cause like
I am
the
cracking up.
most emo Jesus though.
I mean, it is a very popular trope. It is a very popular trope in media to have a Christ-like figure. So,
Yeah. You ain't wrong.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Happy Sunday.
I was not expecting to go from consent to Jesus.
The Jesus route, honestly.
Yeah,
Me neither, but that was amazing.
that was
I'm here for it,
hilarious.
though.
We started with a vampire who runs a brothel, and now we're here.
He came around to
Yeah.
Jesus.
Came around to Jesus.
It all goes back
We
to
always
Jesus
find our
eventually,
way-
you know.
We always find our way back to the flock.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh.
Holy shit. Claudia's on a fucking roll tonight.
He
God
really
damn.
is.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
amazing.
It's not fair.
Mm.
Oh, man. So,
So,
On that note,
that happened.
So now that we know my brother is Jesus, let's continue.
oh
Awesome.
my gosh.
Oh man. Oh, Molly.
You're just not like that.
Well, Molly, you can't be Jesus, okay? You're a god.
Why not?
I'm not gonna crucify you.
That already happened, though. You don't have to.
Yeah, but that already happened.
Honey,
Yeah.
I've seen you in the bathtub. You can't walk on water. Don't pretend you can. Mm-mm. Goodness.
Amazing.
He's gonna be standing on a lake the next time we see him.
So, now, Casey, I ask this
Oh
with
god.
love in my heart. Do you have
Yeah.
any plan for talking to your family?
Not one. She fully plans on winging it.
Oh my gosh.
Very
She is a
nice.
winging it kind of person, you know?
This
Like,
is true.
It's true. Very true.
Ash is very stressed out by this.
oh, she's very
Yeah.
stressed.
Amanda's very stressed out by this.
But
I'm
also,
stressed.
like
Everybody's
her, like they communicate through telepathy. Like, what is she?
Oh god.
You know, like what is she gonna do about it? Like
No
nothing.
thoughts,
If she
head
doesn't
empty.
communicate through telepathy, then there's like a problem.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It's like it's almost fruitless, really. I mean, to even think of what to say.
Like I fully feel like the Nari kids didn't get away with shit. Like
No, oh for sure.
No.
No.
Goodness me.
Brace yourselves, everybody.
Terrifying.
we're talking to your family first, right? Didn't we agree on that?
I mean, yes, yeah, no, we're going to my place first.
Cool.
All right.
I feel like Amanda's just gonna put them all in the same house.
Yeah.
Is
Family
there-
dinner party.
Is
Yeah.
there anything else you guys want to, I guess, do before you approach Tylock?
Send
Any
a message.
opportunities for good dates?
What?
Up here, like a couple thousand feet in the air? Probably not.
I would like to send a message to
Of course. What?
to Mortimer
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and
Yeah, we should probably do that.
Good idea.
ask for an update.
okay. Give me a second.
I knew that. I immediately. I could.
Amanda's
hear
like, why do you never
Why
tell
do you
me
never
you're gonna do
let me
these
know?
things?
I can.
Well, because I
can
don't know
already
I'm gonna
hear-
do them until I'm doing them.
Mhm.
I can
So-
already hear that. Talk amongst yourselves. Give me a second. I can hear that coming. Oh me.
Goodness me.
Ah, it's good to be back. Good to be back. But also not. But it's Okay, so now I wonder why the Raven Queen is like Elzaris's girl. You know what I mean? That seems very odd. Like like
I mean, she
I'm
just
just-
like death, you know?
I guess so. I don't know.
Gotta get those angel powers from someone.
I suppose she is the closest thing to an angel or angel like thing. I guess. So that wouldn't. I guess so.
I mean, she a whole ass god.
She a full ass bird god. Yeah.
Bird guy.
She's a bird.
Queen.
She's a bird. She's
Bird,
flying.
bird,
Queen.
Caca,
Word is
Jesus.
the word.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, motherfuckers.
Oh, so good. I mean,
Ooh.
interesting. Interesting. Elzaris was so indignant throughout that entire thing. It's like, oh my god. Just like, I just wanted it. Sorry.
I did.
I'm sorry about it.
I'm so sorry that I like shiny things and that I want what I want. Sorry. I'm sorry
Oh my god.
about it.
Just give me they gave me the thought of like, you remember like 2007 YouTube?
Yes.
What are you gonna do with your life? I'm gonna get what I want.
That's me.
Shoes.
It's like Paris Hilton,
Oh my god,
actually.
jeez.
Paris
Oh my
Hilton.
god, shoes.
Yes.
Ugh,
Elzaris
Back
is
in the-
Paris Hilton, not clickbait.
back in the
Not
young days, it would
clickbait. Oh, me.
21.
Not on.
That's 9 plus 10.
Classic.
You have a word short, but that's fine. All right, so you eventually hear, "Hello, doing good here. Lilith stole a thing and threatened a man. We will supposedly be in Northbridge by this evening. How are you?"
Oh.
Supposedly stole a thing and threatened a man.
That
I'm
sounds
dead.
that
Honestly,
That
checks out.
tracks.
Yeah.
That tracks.
surprised you
They'll
stay
be in
within the limit.
Northbridge by this afternoon.
Evening, but that's good.
I would
Good.
love to watch Mortimer watch Lilith do these things.
Yeah, I feel like Amanda's gonna have to tell us like all of the series of roles that occurred soon.
Whenever y'all finally like meet up with him again in person, I will
boy.
tell you
Mm.
what has happened.
He's gonna tell us the whole story, right? Like,
Oh, I hope so. I hope it
You're
comes
not
from
gonna
Mortimer's
want
mouth.
to hear the story from Mortimer's perspective.
I kind of do though.
I feel like it would make far more sense if you heard it from my perspective.
We'll ask
would-
Mortimer. We'll ask Mortimer, and then when we finish the campaign, we'll ask you at the end.
Or when we finish the session, we'll ask
Oh my
again.
god. Man. Jeez. Yeah, and also, look, in Lilith's defense, you literally were like, yeah, just like, get to Northbridge, figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We want you to use your contacts to get to Northbridge. Just like,
Yeah, we really
bitch,
did.
I've
It's
never
fine.
been to this town before.
I guess
fine.
he said what's up with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess I will use another. This will have happened like not like right as we're getting into town. Yeah. So I guess I would have responded like, we're headed to Tylock. Just try to stay out of trouble. Hopefully we don't die, you know, like that kind of thing. We'll meet up soon.
Headed to
We're
time.
at the Tylock, hopefully we don't die.
Please
Like,
episode.
TTYL.
he'll just say something like, "That sounds fun. You know, I've read about Tylock. I heard that they have all sorts of different," and just like trails off into a series of facts.
Amazing. I would also like to message Cass and just ask for an update and ask if his family's good and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Is you remembering shit?
Yeah. Cass's response would be something like, "Thank you for checking in. We were able to get Sybil and the boys out of the city.
Yay.
We are sending," and he'll probably send his own message, but he'll let you know that they are sending a group to investigate Ipsfort Manor.
Yay.
Good.
Fun. Cool. I'll just respond and let him know that we're planning on being in Tylock. Like, just so that he knows and has that information.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough. Is there anybody else you would like to message?
No, that's it.
Are you sure?
Is there someone else I should message?
No, I don't know. I'm just
Oh.
wondering if you're gonna pull a gesture and message like the Plank King or something.
Cloud Pirate King.
The Cloud King. Hello. Or just message like Empress Ysera.
Just for kicks.
Hey.
Hey, bitch.
So-
You're kind of awful. Please stop this war. No one likes you.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Your entire life is over.
You're kind of a bitch.
We kind of hate you, but like it's fine. All right, so you guys make your final approach to the town of Tylock. It's an adorable little village. It's sort of some of the town proper is sort of up on a sort of a coastal cliff, and there are pathways that go down to the sea. You can see as you're approaching there. It seems like the area is, focused a lot on logging, and then as you get closer, you can see the crops and fields of various harvests ready to be brought in. And I guess Lonnie she'll ask if y'all want to take just a single ship down or what you want to do.
I'm assuming we would know of somewhere that would be decent to like
To dock.
land per se.
I mean, you could land in the water and
In the water,
Yeah.
walk up.
Yo, does that lake have a name?
Yes, it does. Hang on.
Love you.
Feeling the love. Okay, I'll do this.
Geography. To the east is the rocky shore of the Salamir Sea. To the west is the Evermar Wood.
So how do you spell it?
I will put it in the chat.
Gracias.
It is also, you are able to find this information in Scabbard.
Ooh.
There's a page for pretty much every town y'all have ever gone to. So.
There it is.
That's fun.
Salamir Sea. Okay. No. Yeah, we could land there, sure. Yeah, I think that'd be wise, and that way, like, if we need to get away, we won't be so stranded or anything like that. Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
So you guys land, and kind of get off, at the dock down by the water. Yeah, there's sort of a weathered staircase that sort of winds itself up the cliffs and hills up to where the rest of the village is.
I love the descriptions of our little town.
Me too. Cool question is, like, are we gonna be passing by the Naris to get to my house or not? Because that would be awkward. Because I don't know the layout.
I imagine that
Because they're farming, so they're
they're
probably
gonna
more.
be
We're a little further in.
They're
Yeah.
gonna be further inland. I mean, I think y'all's farm isn't that far from the tree line, honestly.
No, it's like right next to the tree line. That's
Yeah.
kind of how we talked about it.
There's some issues there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe you would pass the Nari residence.
Okay.
Okay.
Just make sure.
You
Wasn't sure.
go through the town proper before you really get to houses anyway.
So okay, cool. I'm probably just like pointing out the very like little and specific things, like, oh, and that's where so and so lives, and like nothing actually like
Very like small
touristy,
town.
but just
Very small town.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're given the tour. You're giving them the tour of everything. You show them you show them all the shops. There's Barks Brews and Bric-a-Brac, the general store in town. There's the Thirsty Thistle, a little bit of a tavern situation.
Thursday.
Got some
And
good
Nice.
drinks.
it's a small town, so that's kind of it. You've got the docks, and you've got farmland. I will say, as you sort of start to head towards towards your home, Teo, you do notice a bit of commotion from up the road.
God damn it. Okay.
There's always
Dude.
something.
I know. Okay, so it doesn't sound like it doesn't.
Is it any
it's not
voices that we
trouble?
would recognize?
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
like,
Voices
me or
you
Taylor
recognize?
recognize?
Does it sound like trouble?
I mean,
Or does
yeah,
it sound like small town spat?
no, it sounds like something that is equally familiar to y'all. It sounds like something came out of the woods and the town's having to fight it again.
Alright.
Here we go again.
Yeah. So, and honestly, the rest of the party, y'all are probably a bit surprised that they're just like, oh, it's another weird, like, forest thing. And y'all are like, I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna kind of look at Teo and be like, home never changes, does it?
Yeah.
No.
So, you know, I mean, it's annoying that there's a thing. It's not something that's, like, abnormal to hear, so it's not necessarily, like, uber startling. But, yes, you do hear the sounds of a scuffle up the road.
Do we want to flex on the townspeople? Since we're a traveling band?
Look, I think anybody in this town would be thrilled to see you, to be perfectly honest.
Oh my gosh. I wasn't talking about me.
Look, you're the hometown hero, girl.
Yeah. Well, we should help because,
Yeah, we should probably help.
Yeah.
I mean, they could probably handle it, but we should probably help.
Right. We've been away for a while, but yeah.
Let's make our dramatic entrance back home.
Entrance in style.
Mm-hmm. So you guys head up the road, and you come up to what looks like let's see how many, 6, like, sort of, I guess y'all wouldn't recognize them. They're tree blights, essentially.
Okay.
These sort of, like, living kind of creatures of vine and bark and such. The usual sort that crawls its way out of the forest. There's just 6 of them. Seem to be giving some farmers a bit of trouble.
Nobody that we
Nobody
none of
that
our
you,
families.
I mean,
Okay.
you recognize, it's a small town. You
Right.
sort of recognize some of the folk, but you don't necessarily know them super well.
Okay.
How do they seem to be faring?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. What's my perception? I always forget. Okay. 13.
They could be doing better. Some of the farmers that are trying to do this seem to be the older gentleman folk, and
Aww.
you notice one of them's pitchfork literally just breaks as he's trying to stab at one of these blights. They could use some help.
Okay. Let's go help.
Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins. So, I need you guys to roll initiative.
Let's go.
Dog. Hey, not shit for once.
I need to roll.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
And
That's what I get in that 24? Okay, fine.
hey,
Go for
you
it.
go first.
Fine.
Let me add all the turns. And
My
I also
goodness.
need music.
Music.
Forest playlist.
Please don't stop the
I
music.
have a jungle.
Music. I like just re-listened to that soundtrack recently, actually.
Mm, good
Let's do a
stuff.
generic. Just a little generic combat music. Oh, what did I do? Not great, man. Not great. No. All right. And I guess I'll roll for. I'll roll for Chad. Chad Brad. Pretty good. Come on, reload, please. Wow, these are really nice initiative. Mine. So, wow. Okay. Karok.
13.
I got a 19.
19. Teo.
I also got a 13, and Karak and I are the same dex mod, so
Y'all always do this.
yeah, it's been a minute, but this has happened many a time. I'll just go first, I guess.
Ladies first.
Ladies
Oh, thanks.
first. Elzaris.
Not 20, but 24.
Alright. Ash.
I got an 18.
You got an 18.
Got an
That's
18.
some high initiative rolls for these little plays.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Mop the floor with these guys. Whoa. Yeah, and I lost that initiative battle. So, alright. Top of the round is Elzaris.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll just go for this one right here. I'm gonna use my. What do I want to do? Why am I even asking? I know.
Sorry, I moved away.
No, it's okay. This one.
Ah, okay.
That one. I'll use my crossbow. That's a 23.
23. Yeah, 23 definitely hits.
Okay, and then that's 13 points of damage.
Damage. Awesome. Okay, anything else?
Nah, that's it.
You can do math. Yes. I think that was right. Okay, cool. Next up is Chad. Chad's gonna he will, he'll walk up to this guy right here, and he will attack with his rapier. That is a 15, which actually does not hit. So he misses. Of course.
Oh.
And he will use his bonus action to let's inspire. We'll inspire Teo. All right. Tanari.
I'm gonna use Scorching Ray. So I'm gonna aim for like the 3 that are closest to me. Those 3. So I'm gonna roll one at a time. That's easier. The first one probably doesn't hit. That's a 12.
12 misses.
Okay. The second one is a nat 20.
Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the third one is a 24.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one misses. The second one, nat 20 is doubled, right?
Yep. Double
So
the
that's an 18.
Okay. What was the first one? The
It
first one-
missed.
Oh, right, it missed. Okay, so 18.
And then the last one is a 9.
18. Okay. Ouch.
And that's good.
Alright, anything else that you guys want to do? Or that you want to do?
Nah.
Alright,
She would feel a need to.
Ash.
Ash is just gonna cast a frostbite on, we'll say this one. So I need a con save.
A con save. Nice.
Oh, that saves, so it doesn't do any damage. Wait, on a fail save, the target takes. Yeah.
Sorry. Casey, is Scorching Ray fire damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think so.
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't do any damage if it's a success. So.
Casey,
Mm-hmm.
it seems super effective.
Oh.
I feel like she would know that.
Sorry.
You're good. Thank you. It's super
And I'm gonna
effective.
back up some. And that's my turn.
Okay. I'm really hearing that music from.
Funny.
Well, it's your turn.
Has this guy been hit at all?
I
can't remember
one
who-
that Ash just went for.
She
right?
tried to do, or he
Yeah.
tried to do. Okay, I wasn't sure which one was the one that got hit with the Scorching Rays. Okay. Then I will. Yeah. I'll run up to him.
Mhm.
First attack is a 21 to hit,
Oh yeah.
and that will be 9 slashing and and 4 fire.
The fire part, real effective.
And then second attack, a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay. And that is 13 slashing and 3 fire. Oh,
Ouch. All right. Does that complete your turn?
that does.
All right. Kira.
Okay. I'm gonna need these 3 dudes right here to make Constitution saving throws. I'm gonna cast Shatter at 4th level.
Alright. Far left got a 18.
That's a success.
That's cocked. That's another 18 for the one in the middle-ish. And then the last one got a 14. The one right next to Chad got a 14.
Alright, so that last one's a failure.
Okay.
Do I? Fuck it, why not? We're gonna channel divinity. So this dude's taking 40 points of thunder damage. The other 2 take 20.
Take 20.
Yeah, 5d8, and
Okay.
Destructive Wrath maxes it for thunder and lightning damage.
Well, the one in the bottom middle is dead, but the other 2 are they're up, but they look pretty rough. Does that complete your turn?
I'm gonna move up by my homie.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is the Blight's turn. So let's see. Yeah, this one will just move up and try to attack you. We'll see how that goes.
Hit
Hit me.
Hit me.
Hey, that's a 24 to hit.
Cool. I need him to make a dex saving throw.
Yeah. Roll my damage. 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and then I got a 19 on the dex save.
That succeeds. He's still gonna take half damage. He's going to be taking 4 points of lightning damage.
4 points of lightning damage. Oof. Barely there. This guy will, I guess, go for Chad. I got a natural 20.
Ooh.
Well, how about that?
Poor Chad.
I know. Points of damage to Chad.
Oof.
Beefy hit. And then Molly. Let's do the one on Teo. It's gonna miss you. 14.
All right, I'll repost this.
Go for it.
I got a nat 20.
Wow.
As you
Do it.
should.
Do it.
Oh god. Okay. Oh god. Again. I did it on the repost. That means I gotta get the D8. Okay. So. Okay. Okay. So that's. I'm gonna write this out so I don't forget. So that's 4. And then the slashing damage. Do we roll ones? We roll ones.
Ones.
Okay, so then that, and then that, and then the fire would be that. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't. Okay, so that's gonna be 6 fire, and then 18 slashing.
Yeah, super dead.
Yay!
Super dead. This one we'll move this one up to you, Elzaris. And that will be a 21 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And then this guy's gonna move up to you, Ash. And that's a 23 to hit.
That will. It doesn't hit. No.
It's close, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, max damage. That's 15 points of bludgeoning. Not max. Almost max, but not quite. 15 points of bludgeoning damage. 2 5s, not 2 6s. Alright. That is their turn. Elzaris, back to you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what a little bitch. Okay. So, would I get advantage on this one
On which one?
and not on this one right here?
Yeah, it's since it's engaged with Ash. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then. I will. What am I gonna do? I'll just swipe at him with a dagger.
Go for it, man.
Stab, stab, stab. Oh, that is a nat 20, baby.
Ooh, dope.
Dagger, dagger, dagger.
Okay.
Dagger, dagger.
Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna roll it on here because, well, no, actually, I do have dice. I have one set of dice.
There are two types of people. People with one set
I
of
know.
dice and people with all the sets of dice.
Well, and then I never even use them, and they're in this little like cocaine baggie.
That's what dice almost always come in.
Yeah.
I mean, they are
Crack
addictive, like
bags.
cocaine. Yeah.
I mean, they are
bags,
kind of
okay.
like crack in their own way.
That's what I said. They're addictive, like crack.
Okay,
Yep.
and then we'll do my sneaky sneak. Okay. That is 27 points of damage.
Ouch. Alrighty then. Anything else?
Well, hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
I'm holding it.
Hold the front door. Or I guess it's shut the front door.
Never mind.
Okay.
Continue. I'm done.
Alright. Chad will try to rather rinse repeat with his rapier. I rolled a 2. So it's another miss for me.
Bring it a miss.
Great. He's just like, you're just so nimble. I don't know. I'm not Chad. Alright, Tanari.
I am also going to allow the rinse repeat with the Scorching Ray, except I'm going to do the same 2 and then add this guy since the first one died. The one up here.
That one is dead.
Oh, I can't quite tell. This one, and that one then?
Yeah.
Cool. First one is a 26.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is a 22.
Absolutely.
And the third one is a 25. Cool.
All hit.
We like high rolls. So first one is 9 damage. Second one is 3 damage. And the last one is... Ooh, I got 2 6s. 12 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, those first 2 were pretty hurt. So, you killed 2 of them, the third one is still up. Ash.
Ash is going to use Synaptic Static, centered like here-ish, because that's a 20-foot range. So it's going to hit these 2, but it's not going to hit Elzaris or I. That's how he would center it.
Okay. What
I need a intelligence saving throw.
intelligence. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. One of them. Okay. -2. So it's a 5 from one of them.
Okay.
The other one got a 12.
Okay, well, both of them failed.
Much.
So
Don't die.
I'm gonna roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's another D6? We got another one somewhere. I know we do. Here we go. Okay, let's roll these. 10 plus 12 is 22, 23, 29, 34 points of psychic damage.
To both of them?
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Woo! Well, they just feel like a really jarring, like psychic attack, I guess, and then they die. I don't know. It's kind of a boring. There's like no like gore or anything. It's like a psychic attack.
I half expected you to be like, yeah, they just get like a bad headache and then they just die.
And then their brain implodes.
Yeah, you see these 2 like tree blights, like wrap their sort of viney arms around their heads and kind of fall to their knees, and then
Knees? Question mark?
and then it almost looks like tree rot stems from where their sort of heads are, and then they sort of it spreads, and then they fall over dead. Get out of here, Claudia. Get out of here. knees? I don't know, man. All right.
I mean, trees have crotches, so I'm assuming they probably have knees too.
Correct.
I feel like Tanari just kind of looks around and she's just like, I didn't miss these guys.
Oh,
Didn't miss them at all.
home sweet home.
Um,
Man. Are the farmers just like, whoa?
Yeah, how are the farmers? Can
Yeah.
I like, check on them?
Yeah, one of them will walk over and be like, "Oh, thank you, you young whippersnappers. It's just so hard to fight these things these days."
Anytime, sir. We are happy to help.
And he stares at you for a long time. He's like, "Say, are you from that Nari family?"
Yes, sir, I am.
I can see it. You look so much like your parents. And then he turns and sees you, Teo, and he's like, "Really? You've come home?
I just look at Teo and I'm like, I told you.
Our own local hero?"
Oh, well, I have to see the family at some point.
He calls over his shoulder, "Sammy, Tim, it's Teofila." And then they, like, these other farmers walk over and they're like, "Well, I'll be. I never thought that I'd get. Wow, it's such an honor to. Wow, I just don't.
No.
You fight real well, ma'am. You're real good at it."
I had a great teacher. Thank you. The pleasure's all mine, all ours. And I'll just kind of like, I mean, I don't know these. Well, I kind of know these people, kind of. So I'll just kind of introduce everybody. We introduce everybody.
Yeah, and they're just, they're in awe. One, visitors don't necessarily come to Tylok super often. And two, Teo has a bit of a reputation here. And it becomes very evident to the rest of the party that she is something of a local legend. Pretty much everybody you pass kind of recognizes her pretty quickly. They recognize Tanari as well. It's not like she's not recognized either, but like
It's Teo.
There's a certain celebrity status that Teo seems to carry with her that you've not necessarily seen in your travels with her yet. So
she's a big deal.
Yeah. Y'all heading straight to
Yeah, let's go home, guys. Let's go home. I'm sure my mother is probably very excited for everybody to be here. So
you head down the familiar path to home. And it's the road is pretty much just the way that you recall. Some of the fence posts and houses that you pass show some signs of some damage, perhaps from attacks from the woods and whatnot, that have been sort of hastily repaired. But nothing extreme, just a little bit of damage here and there. As you approach your house, Teo, would you like to describe what your house looks like?
I mean, it's a family of dwarves, so it's not very big. I mean, it's big enough for like the five of us and then our parents. So it's a small town, so it's not super. Honestly, not too far off from like a Snow White cottage, like the Seven Dwarfs cottage. I mean, it's kind of that vibe. So yeah, it's nice and quaint. And you'd see like, a little sign or something, and it's like Dia Batantuonos or something, and yeah, just enough cottagecore cream. It's not much, but it's home. Yeah.
I love it.
As you approach, the front door swings open, and you see your mom kind of rush out to greet you, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, my baby!" And she just like pulls you into a hug. She's ecstatic.
This makes me so happy.
Hi, Mom.
Oh my gosh, we didn't know when exactly you'd be arriving. We weren't sure. Oh, it's so good to see you. And these must be your friends. And
Yeah. No, it's okay. We got caught up on our way here, but we're here now. And I'll introduce my party to my mom. I probably won't say her name. She would introduce herself as Rosalba. So.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she sort of goes down the line and sort of not shake your hands. She literally just hugs each of you. Because why wouldn't she? She's like, "Well, y'all come on in. We've got lots of food cooking, so hopefully, most of it's done and ready for you." Oh my gosh, you've got to tell me all about everything. Dad's inside. Man, your siblings should be so happy to see you. Y'all just come on. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. She's just
Aww.
and she does not let go of you the whole walk up to the house. She's got her arm slung around you, and she's very happy to see you.
Oh my god, it's fresh. Oh my
So
god,
wholesome.
So wholesome.
it's crazy.
And I know it's a little early, but I would like to stop there and get into the meat of family things next week.
Sounds good.
All right, Misfits, and that brings us to the end of tonight's game. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next time.